Okay, guys, this is Eric DK on one here, and this is a video specifically for guys who have been to D-Day, are going to D-Day, are thinking about going to D-Day. These are tips for surviving D-Day, okay? First and foremost, I know you've heard it before, but I'll say it again because it is the most important thing. You have to hydrate. Drink, drink, drink. Drink as much water as possible. And if you don't like water that much, drink water. Split it up with a Gatorade, Powerade. Split it up. Okay, drink a couple. If you got bottles, drink a couple bottles of water. Split it up with the Gatorade. Whatever gets you hydrated, the best possible way, do it. Okay, when you're on the field, have a water bladder. Best thing ever. You have to have one. If you're going to D-Day, Rap 4 always has them on hand. Very cheap, very durably made in about any camouflage pattern you could think of. So if you got a special, you know, pack out that you run or loadout that you run, they'll probably have it in the same camouflage you're running. Okay. I have a Walmart bladder in here. Works alright. Rap 4 makes a lot better bladders. I would suggest if you're buying a Rap 4 harness, buy a Rap 4 bladder because theirs have a bite valve. Plus, they pop on and they pop open and closed, so they won't drip. This one drips a lot, and I end up wet. However, in the Oklahoma heat, I could care less. Okay, after water, you're gonna want to. I suggest playing a couple of mini games, especially if you have a couple different loadouts. Play a couple mini games. Figure out which one's gonna be the best thing for you to run in the big game. Figure out how much paint you're gonna need to carry. Figure out where you can reload, where you can pick up more paint, and if you can go back to the dead zone that you're coming from, and you have your paint tickets with you, just hand over a paint ticket, get a bag of paint, fill up your pods, whatever. Carry, go the lightest you can, but still have enough to get you through. Another thing, in the terrain we're playing, this is extremely, extremely important. Good boots or cleats. If you're in Colville, if you're strictly in Colville or up in that, I would suggest possibly cleats, but boots. Good boots are the best thing. They're ankle savers, they're foot savers. They'll save you, just a ton. I mean, you can see how beat up these things are. I mean, that's from 2 years at D-Day. Only 2 years. And I mean, you can see there's chunks of the rubber taken out. And that's just from running up Omaha Beach. Okay, next thing. If you run a gun with a stock, run remote. That's all I have to say. Run remote. It's going to keep a lot of weight off your gun, a lot of weight that you're having to move around constantly and carry. You can shift it to your back, shift it to your leg if you got a leg bag or whatever for your harness. Run remote. Another thing about with running remote, if you're running tactically, say you're running an Alpha Black or anything like that, a gun that you're not running a tank on, or you're not running a speedball gun or something, run with a Tack Vest. Like I said, Rap 4's there. I got a brand new Tack Vest. Wonderful Tack Vest. Worked great for me at D-Day. It fits the Pinocchio pods if you have those and you're worried about your vest fitting them. Great thing. Cost me $30. Okay. And it is just decked out like crazy. Um, don't carry your wallet on the field unless you have some way to make sure you can secure it. Do not carry your wallet on the field. Um, Lock it up in your car. Give it to a friend that's possibly not playing that day. Whatever you do, unless you have a secure way to keep it on your body, like you have a tack vest with a zipper pocket, or your pants have a zipper pocket on them. That's just don't carry your wallet with you. Okay. Um, if you're carrying your paint tickets with you haven't got all your paint, you're not carrying it all, whatever. Keep them in a Ziploc bag. Your sweat won't get on them. They won't crumple up. They won't get destroyed. There's a lot of water at D-Day. If you're playing on any of the beach units, they won't get corroded by the water. Okay. Um, Another thing at D-Day, the heat is a big factor. Keep yourself as cool as possible. If you have a jersey, if you have jerseys with good venting, if you have anything like that, wear a good anything with good venting. Like I said, keep it as light as possible. Keep yourself cool. Also, the battles get very heated. There's a lot of paint flying through the air. Try to stay as calm and collective as possible. Don't be freaking out because there's a lot of little kids there. You might freak out at one guy because he's overshooting you. That could just be there's another guy behind you. He's shooting at you. That happens a lot. You know, there's 10-year-old kids there. You might freak out at one guy and all of a sudden you're lighting up a 10-year-old kid point blank. Okay, just keep yourself calm, collective, uh, as much as possible. Um, Wear knee pads, or if you got pants, playing pants or anything like that with pads built in, wear those. Get elbow pads, full arm pads. Um, they are a real saver. You might be diving around. There's, big bunkers and stuff like that you can, brace yourself up on. If you're doing it with just regular arms, you're probably going to come away with bruises, cuts, stuff like that. If you're using elbow pads or even a full arm shirt like this with built in, you're going to be okay. Um, Make sure before you get to the game, this is the worst thing I've seen. Make sure your gun is in working condition. Um, if you're running a speedball gun, but any gun you're running, I mean, some games, yeah, you might get lit up, but any gun you're running, at least run in one minigame. If you're running a tactical setup, go run a minigame. If you don't want to run a minigame, go play on the speedball field. Just make sure your gun's in working condition. Okay. Any upgrades you want to buy them at D-Day. There's no tax. A lot of stuff you'll find cheaper. You'll find a lot of stuff used. Really great place to buy gear. A lot of vendors there. Any of your guns go down, there's a good chance you'll be able to get it fixed and running within an hour. Okay, I mean, no big deal. Tipman's there. They got techs 24/7 pretty much. I mean, you take your gun to them, they'll have a gun done every 5 minutes. And they'll strip it, put everything in it, put it back together. Okay, awesome company. They do awesome things. Just great tips to survive D-Day. Hope to see some of you guys there. Leave a comment or a video response if you're planning to come. You know, if you have any questions, feel free. Uh, Good place to get questions answered if you're not able to get them. Um, Go to oklahomadday.com or ddayadventurepark.com. There's a forum link right there. You can make an account on the forum and you can get a hold of staff members, other players that have consistently been at D-Day, a lot of the guys that make up the rules and everything. You can get a hold of them right there. Great, um, great system right there that if you need anything, you'll usually be able to find it on there. So there you go, guys. Great tips to survive D-Day. Hope to see you there.